Hello everyone. Welcome to Tia Coffee Talks. I'm Troy. Today, we're diving into a place that sounds like it came straight out of a sci-fi movie, Dubai. A few decades ago, this place was nothing but a barren desert. But now, it's like a real-life cyberpunk city with the tallest buildings, the most expensive cars, and even Lamborghini police cars patrolling the streets. But Dubai's rise to power isn't just about having money. It's about throwing money into the desert and turning it into a miracle. Did you know? Dubai actually has ATMs that dispense gold bars. In a place where even water is scarce, somehow gold is flowing, like it's no big deal. So, what's the deal with Dubai? How did it go from a small fishing village to one of the richest and most extravagant cities on Earth? Today, in just 20 minutes, I'll take you on a journey through Dubai's crazy, mind-blowing world. Are you ready? Let's get started. Dubai is a sheikhdom in the United Arab Emirates, UAE, located in the southeastern part of the Arabian Peninsula, right on the Persian Gulf. Its geographical location is unbeatable, a trade hub connecting Europe, Asia, and Africa, which is one of the key reasons it became a global business center. Despite looking like a massive, futuristic metropolis, Dubai actually has a relatively small area of just 4,114 square kilometers, which is only 0.04% the size of the US. The total population is around 3.5 million, but here's the crazy part. Over 80% of them are foreigners. The locals, they're the minority. Today, Dubai is known for luxury, extravagance, and over-the-top opulence. Supercars fill the streets, skyscrapers keep reaching new heights, and yes, even ATMs dispense gold bars. But would you believe me if I told you that in the 1950s, this place was just a tiny fishing village where even trees refused to grow? Dubai used to be dirt poor. No electricity, no running water. The only liquid you'd see on the ground was camel urine. The locals survived mainly by fishing and pearl diving. Pearls were once Dubai's gold rush. Divers would plunge into the sea to retrieve pearls and sell them to Europe. But then Japan came along and invented cultured pearls. Boom, market crash. Imagine this. You just spent a fortune on the latest iPhone, and the very next day, Apple announces that they're giving them away for free. That's how devastating it was for Dubai. Just when things seemed hopeless, in 1966, Dubai struck oil. This wasn't just a lucky break. This was the jackpot of jackpots, like buying a single lottery ticket and winning an entire gold mine. The UAE's economy shifted overnight from scavenging pearls to rolling in oil money. Now, most countries that discover oil tend to go into lazy mode. Just sit back, collect money from oil sales, buy some luxury cars, build a few palaces, and let future generations enjoy the wealth. Dubai's leaders are smart. They knew that oil would eventually run out, and relying solely on oil wouldn't guarantee long-term success. Dubai's leaders had a bold idea. We need to make the whole world want to come here and spend money. So what did they do? They started throwing money at the problem, building some of the world's most outrageous landmarks. They built a 7-star hotel, the Burj Al Arab, shaped like a giant sail and standing in the middle of the sea. The interior? Over 24 tons of gold were used for decoration. The cheapest room? $2,000 per night. The most expensive presidential suite? $100,000 per night. That's the price of a brand new Mercedes just to sleep for one night. Dubai didn't just want luxury, they wanted to be the highest in the world. So they built the Burj Khalifa, 828 meters tall, the tallest building on the planet. How tall is that? Stack 2 Empire State Buildings on top of each other. On a clear day, you can see all the way to Iran from the top. Cost to build? $1.5 billion. That's enough to buy 1.5 million cars, or build an entire small city. Dubai's leaders faced another problem. The city wasn't big enough, and the coastline was too short. Now, what would a normal country do? Build more high-rises. What did Dubai do? Screw that, let's dump sand into the sea and create new islands. So they spent billions of dollars and used 300 million tons of sand, that's the equivalent weight of 1 million statues of liberty, to create the world's largest artificial island, Palm Jumeirah. Shaped like a massive palm tree, every leaf is lined with ultra-luxury villas worth millions. Bill Gates, Beckham, Cristiano Ronaldo, they all own property here. And when one artificial island wasn't enough, Dubai built another one, the World Islands. This project literally recreated a miniature version of Earth in the ocean, where you could buy your own country. Imagine being rich enough to own a tiny version of China, France, or the US, real-life Sim City. Now let's talk about Dubai's crazy fun strategy. How exactly do they make the world's rich people happily throw money at them? You might think, a country that spends billions building skyscrapers is already wild. But Dubai's ambitions go way beyond that. They don't just want to build the most luxurious city in the world. They want to make rich people and tourists from all over the globe willingly empty their wallets. Dubai's crazy fun strategy can basically be summed up in 3 points. 1. Cops drive faster than street racers. 2. Extreme sports are just part of daily life. 3. Turning a desert into a winter wonderland. What kind of cars do police officers usually drive? Toyota, Ford, Hyundai, maybe a BMW or Mercedes if the department is fancy. But in Dubai, Lamborghini, Ferrari, McLaren, Bugatti, even the Aston Martin 177, only 77 of them exist in the world. You might be wondering, this is ridiculous. Do criminals in Dubai all drive supercars? Actually, Dubai's crime rate is extremely low, so there's no real need for police to chase down criminals at 300 km/h. So why did they buy these cars? For publicity. Dubai wants the world's rich people to see that this isn't just a place where you can drive a supercar. Even the cops have better cars than most millionaires. And guess what? It works. Many tourists, the moment they land in Dubai, the first thing they do is take a selfie with a supercar police car and post it online. In most countries, seeing a police car means trouble. But in Dubai, it means a cool Instagram moment. Dubai doesn't just want to build the most luxurious city. They want to challenge the limits of nature and let people experience things that should be impossible. 1. Dune bashing, a desert roller coaster. Most deserts are just vast, empty wastelands, hot, dry, and lifeless. But Dubai's leaders looked at the endless dunes and thought, wait, can we turn this into a giant amusement park? And that's how dune bashing was born. Basically, you get into a modified SUV, and the driver floors it across the desert, hitting insane speeds and launching off dunes like a roller coaster. A friend of mine tried it in Dubai. He got in the car super excited, but 5 minutes in, he was screaming, "Stop the car! I thought this was a scenic tour, not a stunt show." The driver just laughed and said, "Too late," before slamming the gas pedal even harder. Some people say that after a 45-minute dune bashing session, their legs are so weak they can't even ride a camel properly. 2. Skydiving, jumping off the world's tallest building. If dune bashing isn't thrilling enough for you, Dubai has another offer, free falling from the sky. They built the most luxurious skydiving center in the world, Skydive Dubai. From 4,000 meters, 13,000 feet in the air, you jump down and get a stunning aerial view of Dubai, the coastline, and the palm-shaped artificial islands. And if that's not extreme enough, some daredevils have base jumped directly from the top of the Burj Khalifa, 828 meters, 2,717 feet, straight down. This isn't a tourist activity anymore. This is straight up an action movie stunt. In Dubai, if you hear a whoosh sound from above, don't panic. It's probably just another skydiver dropping in. Dubai's summer temperatures can hit 50 degrees Celsius, 122 degrees Celsius, so hot that even air conditioners struggle to keep up. But Dubai's response? Skiing? No problem. We'll just build our own snow. So they spent $300 million to build Ski Dubai, the world's most insane indoor ski resort. Inside you can ski, snowboard, have snowball fights, or even play with real penguins. And outside, 50 degrees Celsius. People say that when you walk out of the ski resort, it feels like being thrown from Antarctica straight into a pizza oven. Some tourists have even stepped out and immediately turned back inside. The heat hits so hard, It's like a physical punch. You might be wondering, isn't this kind of insanity a financial disaster? But remember, Dubai's business model is simple. If you're crazy enough, the world will come to watch and money will follow. They know that as long as they stay over the top, tourists and investors will keep coming. And as long as the billionaires of the world keep spending money here, Dubai will continue to be the craziest playground on earth. So far, we've talked about how Dubai used crazy architecture and extreme experiences to make itself the center of global attention. But here's the real question. Can this money-burning strategy really last forever? Dubai may look successful today, but its economic structure is actually quite fragile. In 2008, it nearly went bankrupt and had to be bailed out by a $10 billion loan from Abu Dhabi just to stay afloat. Now let's uncover the secrets and hidden risks behind Dubai's prosperity. Most people assume that Dubai's wealth comes from oil, but the truth is, oil revenue actually accounts for less than 5% of its GDP. It's like everyone assuming you're rich because you hit the lottery, but in reality, your money comes from business and investments. Dubai's real secret isn't oil, it's manufactured prosperity. Trade and logistics, which contribute approximately 25% of the GDP. Dubai's geographical location is perfectly positioned at the crossroads of Europe, Asia, and Africa. Over 90% of global trade shipments pass through Dubai in some way. In other words, if you're moving goods across continents, you can't avoid Dubai. Jebel Ali Port is the world's largest duty-free port, attracting multinational corporations to set up logistics hubs here. Companies can operate tax-free, quickly move goods around the world, and significantly cut costs. At the same time, Dubai International Airport, DXB, is one of the busiest international airports in the world, handling over 88 million passengers annually. Dubai isn't just a city, it's a global logistics hub. As long as international trade continues, Dubai will keep making money. 2. Tourism and luxury, which contribute approximately 30% of the GDP. Dubai is one of the world's most profitable tourism cities, attracting over 16 million tourists every year, effectively turning itself into a money-printing machine. In Dubai, luxury is the minimum standard. 5-star hotels are everywhere, but what truly draws global tourists is the insane, over-the-top experiences. From the world's only 7-star Burj Al Arab hotel to luxury villas on artificial islands, the entire city is designed to make rich visitors feel at home. And shopping? Dubai is a tax-free paradise. With the world's largest shopping malls and every luxury brand imaginable, tourists are more than happy to spend big here. Combine that with high-end dining, extreme sports, and desert adventures, and visitors naturally empty their wallets without hesitation. 3. Real estate and finance, which contribute approximately 35% of the GDP. Dubai is one of the world's hottest real estate markets. Despite having almost no natural resources, it has turned empty desert into billion-dollar properties. In 2000, Dubai allowed foreigners to buy property, and global investors rushed in, sending real estate prices skyrocketing. Palm Jumeirah, the World Islands, and luxury condos in downtown Dubai became the ultimate status symbols for the ultra-rich. Even though property prices have gone through ups and downs, Dubai remains attractive to investors because it has no income tax or property tax, making investment returns extremely high. Meanwhile, Dubai International Financial Center, DIFC, has become the Middle East's most important financial hub, drawing in global banks, investment firms, and hedge funds. Dubai isn't just making money from real estate, it's making even more from capital flow, keeping the wealth cycle going. Despite its glamorous success, Dubai actually faces several major risks. 1. 80% of Dubai's population are foreign workers. Here's something shocking. Only 15% of Dubai's population are actual Emirati citizens. The remaining 80% are foreign workers, mostly from India, Pakistan, the Philippines, and China. These workers build the skyscrapers, run the hotels, and keep the city functioning, but their lives are far from luxurious. Many work 10 to 12 hours a day, live in cramped dormitories, and earn just enough to survive, but not nearly enough to enjoy Dubai's rich lifestyle. Dubai's wealth is built on the backs of these laborers. If the economy slows down, they will be the first to suffer. 2. The real estate bubble could burst. Dubai's economy heavily relies on real estate and tourism, but if the global economy crashes, tourists stop coming, and property demand drops, Dubai's boom could quickly turn into a bust. During the 2020 pandemic, Dubai's property prices plummeted, hotels emptied out, and the city once again faced a financial crisis. If investors ever lose confidence in Dubai's economic miracle, this golden city in the desert could crumble overnight. 3. The water and energy problem. Here's something crazy. 99% of Dubai's water comes from desalination, and desalinating seawater is insanely expensive. Desalination costs about $1.5 to $3.0 per 1,000 liters, making it one of the most costly ways to get fresh water. Dubai uses millions of liters of water daily, most of it for hotels, swimming pools, and artificial islands. If energy prices rise or global environmental policies tighten, Dubai's cost of living could skyrocket, driving away businesses and residents. Dubai's story teaches us several key lessons. 1. If you dare to dream big, anything is possible. 50 years ago, Dubai was a tiny fishing village. Today, it's a global economic powerhouse. This proves that if you dare to dream and take action, nothing is impossible. 2. Flashy appearances can attract people, but real strength is what matters. Dubai's skyscrapers and luxurious experiences attract global attention. But when economic crises hit, its true survival depends on its financial, trade, and tax advantages. This reminds us, whether it's a country or an individual, true success isn't about looking rich. It's about having real strength. 3. Every economic miracle has its weaknesses. Dubai's rise isn't without consequences. It relies on foreign labor, real estate speculation, and global capital, meaning that if any one of these collapses, the entire system could fall apart. The key takeaway? Long-term success requires sustainable planning, not just short-term explosions of growth. Today, we explored how Dubai transformed from a lifeless desert into one of the most extravagant cities on the planet, all thanks to oil, ambition, and an almost reckless imagination. But the real question is, can this model last forever? Oil will run out. The real estate market has its ups and downs. So how does Dubai respond? By doubling down on the madness. They're planning to build the world's largest airport, a brand new futuristic city for 9 million people, and the world's first climate-controlled metropolis, where winter exists in the middle of the desert. They're even planning to build a Mars simulation city to prepare for human colonization of space. In other words, they have no intention of slowing down. Dubai is like a real-life fairy tale. It proves that with bold dreams, anything is possible. But it also reminds us that prosperity must be built on a solid foundation. So, is Dubai the next New York, or just a glorified economic bubble waiting to burst? Will it become the center of the future world, or will its reckless ambition eventually lead to collapse? Nobody knows the answer, but one thing is certain: Dubai will never stop pushing the limits of what's possible. I'm Troy, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.